Here at Stock Manufacturing Company, we've been making clothes in Chicago for 40 years. First and foremost, we stand for quality, durability, and craftsmanship.
Partnering up with a company like Stock Manufacturing and Domestic Workwear made a lot of sense for Goose Island because we're all about artisan products and doing the best thing that we can. You know, with our beers, we source fruit from local Michigan farmers. You know, we're always looking for the best ingredients possible. And you know, if we're going to be wearing shirts or wearing things to events, why not make our shirts here in Chicago as well?
Working with Goose Island has actually been really great because we are two companies that are based in Chicago, and I feel like we have similar ideals. You know, we're Midwestern companies. Chicago has a unique community of makers who are actually making things in the city, and I think Goose Island's on one side of that, and you know, we're the apparel equivalent of that.
It's like pretty cool. This is this ecology of makers that are hanging out and like being and doing and like communicating with each other. It's cool. There's this weird thing with scale between craft beer and craft clothing in the sense that like if I'm at a bar and I want to bop up from like $2.50 to $5 pint, in pure dollars it's not that big of a deal. I can make that vote for the locally brewed like nicer thing, right? But when you're talking about pants and you're like, oh no, you shouldn't spend 35, you should spend 80. That's like a harder bridge to gap, right? So we're waiting for that ecology of clothing manufacturers to kind of like catch up with some of the ecology of beer because beer is like so super vibrant here. I really like the fact that it's a beer partner that's coming and saying, no, okay, we'll make the vote, like we'll do like a order of Chicago clothes because there are like similar maths of value associated with like making a nicer thing like in town.
So it's been great working with Goose. You know, their brewery's 10 minutes away from the factory, so there's been a lot of back and forth through the sampling and development and even production. They've been here throughout the whole process.
This kind of vote and this kind of relationship with, you know, another Chicago manufacturer that's just 2 Green Line stops down is like, I just feel like it's a very, very kind of well thought out project. It's really cool.
To be able to say, hey, you know, I met one of the brewers, I know who makes my beer. It's pretty neat to be able to say, hey, I know who makes my shirt.
I think we made something really, really neat.